flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, things out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. To be honest, I don't even feel like talking boxing, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on in, smash your like button. Do what y'all do. We just roll for it real quick. Y'all tuning in on the Painful Excellence podcast. Smash the like button. You know what I mean? It's been a blessed weekend. Blessed. So blessed. Come on in. Von and Prince, salute. He wants to know, yeah, man. A lot of my growth, he's asked me about, I don't eat meat, so I like the protein. You can get meat. I mean, you can get protein from other sources other than meat. You have to incorporate protein shakes. Incorporate good protein shakes, stuff that don't run your sugar levels and sodium levels high. But I would recommend you speak to Hardbody J Timo about that. That is Hardbody J Timo. That's the plug for that. A lot of my sides is genetic. My diet is adequate. It could be better. But I've always been naturally strong, and I get my share of protein. But that's for another show. Maybe I'll do that on talk. But Jimmy Bernard, what's good? Cameron Fields, salute, sis JDM. Jamal, Sean, Shalom, salute. My brother Rod Neal. I was just with him a little while ago, man. Salute to you, good brother. Todd Swindle. Auntie Jenny, how are you? Salute. PGA's Big Dog, Mr. Shelton in the building. Rodney Mizzle, salute. Young Abel, salute. Yeah, I was out there balling with Abel. Let me tell y'all something. Young Abel got game. Young Abel could ball out. Seriously. I got a little knee injury that I'm correcting when I get back to New York. Having some surgery, but I should be out in a couple of months, few months, or whatever it takes. But I'm out there, not really doing anything on the court, just there, just shooting the rock, or whatever. But Young Abel had those young legs. He was all over the place, man. Young Abel could ball out. So I get 100%. I should have did what I could really do. I was just out there BSing. It's so good. Sonia MMA, salute. Sonia Fields, salute, sis. How are you? Tim TV, good. Just in trouble. What's going on? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we having a ball, man. We having a ball. So I didn't want to miss my Sunday live stream. I didn't want to miss it. So to Mr. Mont, the OG Mr. Mont. Made this entire Bronx on deck. You know what I mean? Tight. There you go. Look to Mr. Mont. Look to Mr. Merch. I mean, I was just, lessons to every last one of you, man. I mean, listen, man. This was great. This was great, man. This was great. You know what I mean? Tone, what up? Robert Singleton, what up? I love association. I love when us brothers and sisters can get together for something positive. And You know, a lot of the brothers I met for the first time. You know, a couple of sisters I met for the first time. And things like this is good. You know, we do it over a weekend. Some people are off on the weekends, but you might have to take a couple days off from your job. But we announce it like a year in advance that we're doing it. We're doing this every year, but it's going to be in different cities. Now, we're taking a vote on the next city. You know, I'm not going to say what it is yet. DJ Zion Love, salute. Hey, was good. Tony Brown. Listen to the chat, know that I love you. Rick Blackwell, salute. We're going to vote on it. And God willing, everyone's around. Eric Gaines, a legend, salute. Come on down, man. Come on down, because we had fun. Let me tell you, we was at the cookout today. Let me tell you something, man. Yo, those brothers, oh my gosh, man. Let me tell you something. I was smelling a whole lot of stuff that I couldn't eat, but it looked great. I'm going to tell you. I'll let 78 give you a full, thorough recap of everything we did. Brothers from Louisiana came down, barbecued. Oh, man. Sure will bless the table. You know what I'm saying? I was with my brother, Mansa Musa, Sure will, and his beautiful wife, the Queen Shawa. They're at 78's right now. You know, 78 got a big old room. And they're over there hanging out, chilling and stuff. All the usual stuff. Oh, man, we missed Mac. Usual Suspects was there. Our brother Oddfellow came down from Canada. You know what I mean? I know Mac, you know, had some things to do. You know, BF had some things he had to take care of. So, you know, a lot of the, time doesn't always add up. But that's okay. That's okay. Word up, salute to Chris Ruffin, man. That brother, listen, that wasn't store-bought, man. That wasn't store-bought. That was what they say, like how you put your foot in it. Holy cow, man. That brother could burn, man. Him and his people, oh my goodness, man. I was impressed, man. They made me some vegan rice. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I couldn't hear anything. I was like, oh, it was great, man. It was great. And I want to give a special shout out to our brother Junior. Tell you something, man. That brother, that's a special brother. And it's good that we can get together like this, meet people face to face. By the time I met all the brothers and sisters, I felt like I done known them for 3 years. Literally. I've been, you know, speaking with Junior off and on for the last 3-4 years, you know. And we finally got to meet face to face, man. And he was the glue to all of this. Got all the connections. We got ourselves a nice tour at Google. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Took care of us, man. And I salute Showtime Majors. Took care of us, man. And so calm, so relaxed, man. And salute to Sweet Tea and her lovely daughter. Salute to brother Steve Elder Mac and his brother Avery. Wow. I'm gonna upload. Man, that brother did I don't know what we did. Was that 30 push-ups? So we were just showing out, man. Wait till I upload it, man. We were just showing out. Man. Love those brothers, man. That dude is so positive. I love talking to brothers that got their head straight. They're about something, and they're about progress. You know, brothers that understand how the world treats us as black people, but we don't let it get us down. We acknowledge it and we move. That's what move is about. It's not only about exercise. We acknowledge it, we see it for what it is, and we move in a particular direction that benefits us. And that's what we did, man. And wait till I upload the push-up video. It's beautiful, man. And surprise, surprise. If you follow us on the gram, any of us, that's what Champ pulled through. He just, I'm around the corner. What? Yeah. And Champ pulled, he came through, man, and we made him a nice board. Let me tell you something. I'm about building relationships. I'm about each one teaching one. I don't believe that there's anything that I cannot learn from somebody in this chat. I don't believe that. I can learn from it. Hey girl, salute to you. It's pleasure meeting you. Pleasure meeting. Shay Girl came through, man. Wonderful woman. Wonderful. Yeah, Rod, she's gorgeous. Her and her daughter, they're very gorgeous. DOG, salute, man. So there's not anything that I can't learn from anybody. There's so many brothers today. I couldn't. Coach 7 was there. Gosh, everybody was here, man. Soul Power was here. BFTB, what's going on? Yeah, man. It was just beautiful. Sean, salute. And then Willie Lowe texted me. He says, "Yo, we around the corner." I'm like, "Around the corner from where?" Bomb Squad van. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." Sugar Free Mars in the building. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." So D's there. Willie Lowe pulls up, and he has a dog named Marty. Leave the jokes alone, y'all. That's the real Marty, his dog, little puppy. Young Hollywood, Tay-Tay, what up? Tay-Tay's out here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm holding Marty, and Champ comes out, and let me tell you, we presented him with an award. And if y'all ain't seen the video, Junior, look, I'm really big on, you could tell what a person's like by looking in their eyes, man. That's why I show my face so y'all can see that I'm sincere with my words and who I am as a person. And you can tell a lot. Some of you can't. Salute to my brother, man. I was with my brother all weekend, man. Yo, I had a blast with this dude, bro, man. Salute is that guy, man. Saying Mac, salute. And Junior presented Champ with that award, and I teared up, man, because listen, man, our connection with these brothers is different, and that's why I don't expect a lot of these fans, YouTubers, they don't get it, and you can't. That's not something that you teach. They don't get it, and that's not something that you can teach them because they can't relate to anything. They think telling their brother that they love them, they think, oh, I can't do that. You know, that's suspect. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. I tell my dad I love him every time I speak. There's brothers I just met face to face this weekend. I tell them, I love you, brother. And you know what hurts? I'm gonna tell you what hurts. The brothers that are no longer around because they felt the need to go in another direction. They felt the need to, they think that they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they felt the need that, oh, well, everyone's trying to get me, so I gotta do this and do that. At one point, we felt that same association with them. I tell you, I love you, brother. And that hurts the most, the absolute most. Sure will, my brother. That's my brother right there. Healer, salute. Yes, salute, sis. That hurts like hell, man. You know why? Because betrayal is most foul. And all I wanted, I'm like, man, I hope we could just get to a meetup so we could like meet face to face, so we could just check each other's energy and come to an understanding. And to be truthful, we ain't even gotta agree on boxing, man. But that don't mean I hate you. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that, man. You know, it's unfortunate. Hold on a second. See something. It ain't even got to be like that. So that's unfortunate. You know, salute, Trillwell. Glad you're home. Glad you and the queen made it home. Now you're right, BF. These dudes, they ain't men. Just little boys. You know what I mean? But if y'all was around today, y'all have felt the energy. Again, I gotta tell you something, man. Junior set the bar so high. Mr. J Dub, what up? Junior set the bar so high. Man. Let me tell you, man. Junior is the epitome of professionalism. I love brothers like that. When we was going to we went to cigar lounge. Now, I don't smoke. But the brothers was heading there. I said, yo, let's head over to the cigar lounge. You the course. And go downstairs and we got to ride with I got to ride with Mansa Musa. And salute to Queen 71. She was out here grinding, man. That's our big sister, for real. And they said, you saw Junior going to the cigar lounge? I said, no. Because Junior got on the suit. I was like, oh man, am I underdressed? Because I went there with some jeans and a tank top. Sorry. Yeah, I went in tank top. You know what I mean? So it was cool. You know what I'm saying, and salute to Broken Traditions, my brother LeBron. I met LeBron through Blue Blood. And he stays out here. Salute to our brother Kofa. Kofa was out there. He stays here. You know what I'm saying? So he came through. And I had an amazing time. I got to leave here at 3 a.m, but I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time, man. This thing is going to get so big, I can tell you, we're going to have to start doing this twice a year. One for the summertime and one for like the winter, spring time. That's how big this thing is getting, man. Because one thing I do know is that the brothers and sisters, they do like to travel. And this is a nice way. I'm traveling, where we gonna meet? Let's go meet here, and I don't know, we can all connect for a fight, or we can just connect and chill. You know what I mean? This is great, man. This is great, man. It was just wow, man. Get to meet some of the brothers that you just see their names in the chat. You know what I mean? And man, I'm just so proud of us. I'm so proud of us, man. So proud of us. So proud of us. Leon Robinson, salute. So proud of us. And more and more, I'm learning this year. We're not perfect. The more we focus on what we're doing here, and these gatherings that we have, the hate never mattered. It really doesn't matter at this point. Derek Gamble, salute. It really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Young Hollywood, salute. That's all right, bro. That's all right, Young Hollywood. You'll make it. Robinson, don't worry, you'll make it. You'll make it. what I want to do, I want to get a site down. Like, okay, this is the state we're going to, the city we're going to, and we're going to tell you nice and early. So you have like about 10 months to get it together. 10 months, put aside, if you can, maybe $100, $150 a week or whatever, or but we're gonna get all that, and hope to meet every one of you soon. You know what I mean? This was amazing. Cedric, what up? Jamal. Yeah, man. This is just, man. I had a ball this weekend. Had a ball this weekend. So Champ shows up. Junior presented him with our appreciation award, and that was real, man. That was real. And he stopped and talked to us. We were coming out the hotel looking like, oh, there was a car that drove by, looked, backed up, pulled into the lot because we was outside. Took a picture because obviously they recognized him, and then left. Down Big G, what up? I was like, oh man. But the champ talked to everybody, man. And got to a point we wasn't even talking about boxing. Light eyes salute. We wasn't even talking about boxing. I mean, it was so funny. So 78 walks up, champ, and with Tay-Tay, right? This is champ. Batman or Superman? Champ gave a detailed answer. I ain't gonna tell you what he said, because it's on somebody's gram. But wow, man, we were just there, just hanging out, man. And I got to meet Willie Lowe for the first time, man. That's my dogs. Tay live out here. Tay Jones live out here, so he pulled up. You know what I mean? That's my brother. You know what I mean? Third game boss, we're gonna vote on it. And I don't know, we should know next month or so. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, so for those of you that don't know, salute the 88 Sports Talk. Thanks for reminding me. Y'all don't know that Champ been ducking me for like 3 years now, so I finally caught up to him. So site is signed, and the site is on Mars. Me and Bronze Born, Deontay Wilder will be fighting November 84th. Mars. Tickets, get your tickets now. The nosebleeds, it's a hot fight. Absolute rock star. Ask the trolls. Going to be on the Mars, and Bob Arum is building a arena to hold the amount of people who come see me and him fight. And tickets are starting at 10 grand. You can cash at me at Drew Titan, $ Drew Titan LLC. That's $ Drew Titan LLC. You hit me up in November to sell the cash app. $10,000 Drew Titan LLC versus Deontay Wilder will be fighting on Mars. Starting at $10,000. That's a deal. That's a deal. So yeah. There you go. Sorry, Zelle, cash app. Been ducking me a long time now, so yeah, I'm gonna. And I'll still be doing my Sunday show after that Saturday. So if I look a little off, I am, but just know I'll be rich. There. Cedric, what up? Just the producer in the building. What up? But yeah, seriously, man, Champ. Tell you something. This is why I do take it personal when people say things about him, or Devin, or Bill that they don't know. You know, it's like, man, get out of here. Get out of here, dude. I take that personal because they are our friends, man. They're our friends. People disrespecting them, siding with people that are their rivals. Those rivals, they don't even talk to you. They would never give you the time of day. And we know it's popular to hate. It might be temporary, financially great for you to hate, but that all dwindles. It really does. He said common sense. Kind of local. Salute, my brother. You know what I mean? Hate never lasts. Never lasts. Everybody missed. What up? Aaron, what's good? 84th. It's going down. Yeah, man. But I had so much fun out here, man. So much fun. There's an LA Fitness right across the street, too. Can't beat that. Right across the street. I went, across the street. Too crowded. It's great. Machines were all free. No one was. Oh, man, that's great. Oh, okay. Y'all get a minute. Go subscribe to my brother, Kind of Local Sports. That's his other channel. Let me put that. Boom. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Kind of Local's new channel. That's what we do. We support. Pinned at the top, my brother Kind of Local. That's his new channel. Yes, sir. There's a lot I learned. We had a tour at Google. Google's right downtown, across the street here. You see the building, and wow. So all I can say is wow. To the tour, had some conversations, and we had one conversation. I learned so much. And let's just say our approach is going to be more strategic. You're not going to beat the machine, but you can make the machine work for you. Do you remember, y'all saw Kung Fu Hustle? When they were fighting that genetically made soccer team. It wasn't Kung Fu Hustle. I mean, what was that? Kung Fu Soccer, whatever it was. It wasn't Kung Fu Hustle. But it was the same actor. Kung Fu Soccer, whatever it was. And you remember how the evil team was about to like really beat up on the monks? But the monks had to get their Kung Fu back and everything else. But they were about to lose, but they got the girl. They're like, oh man, she gonna be the goalie? How she gonna stop these dudes? They're kicking that ball and they're gonna knock the ball. You know what she did? Her Kung Fu was Shaolin soccer, thank you. She was able to manipulate the wind. And she didn't catch the ball, but she used the wind to alter the ball's trajectory. It spun it and made it go faster and threw it back at these dudes, and it hit them tenfold. You gotta pull a rope, you can't push it. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta work smarter, not harder. So there was a lot of epiphanies I had in that Google team. So there's ways to work with Miguel. Ways. So I figured out a lot of things. I said, okay. So I figured out some stuff. So, you don't spill out all the strategies. You got to work smarter, not harder. You understand? Yes. What he said? Heard, Junior and Abel didn't play. I don't know why. But Abel got game, man. Abel got game. Salute to Abel. Aaron Brooks, and that's my brother, much love and appreciation. He said, only because your shoulder's bigger than mine, hashtag. Oh man, salute to you, brother. That's just genetics. That's my genetics. It's all good though. And salute to you, brother. Man, when I'm in Florida, we're gonna get up though. I don't know when I'm gonna be down there next, but we're gonna get up, brother. That's another one of my brothers in Florida. Definitely. Third game, boss. What's the challenge? Able what? Oh, a game of ball? Okay. Tell you what, salute, man. How are you? Able to play, man. Able to play. I saw it about maybe 3 hours ago. I saw it. This kid can play. You know, but, yeah, man. This was awesome, man. This was so awesome, and nobody could offset this weekend. What happened this weekend? It was great. Even when I put up the other videos, you know, there's trolls in it. You know, it was so refreshing. I laughed. And like I said, I'd use it from my channel. Going. I don't want to read anything. There's dudes in there typing books. Elders done and not interested. Block them from my whole channel. Don't care what you got to say. You know why? It's irrelevant. Third game boss, man. Salute to you, brother. That's why I didn't want to miss my live stream. I didn't want to miss my live stream. And again, that was Junior's idea. He said we all gonna do our lives. What was that? Was that Friday? That was Friday. And I treated it like I worked at home. You know? Set my alarm, I get up, and down there, the TV, what up? And I went down there, and it was my turn. Right after Junior, like how we do in the morning. I went on live, and man, I'll tell you, man, Junior is the epitome of professionalism. That's all we ask for. And we making moves. You know, I know people can't stand it. People, they don't like us, and that's okay. They don't like us, and that's okay. But this weekend, with the brothers out and sisters I was around, I'm like, how could you not? For what? What did we do? If you have a difference in boxing opinion, you want to do a 5-hour live stream, marathon stream about me or what? We presented the general with an award. You know what I'm saying? He didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? Yeah, that brother. I mean, really think about it. What are all the haters doing? While they're hating on us and doing this videos, we doing this. We're in our own. There go Tay Jones in the building. Salute. We're in our own realm right here. I mean, you can rock with us. You don't have to rock with us. It's cool. It's cool. I'm in a space where rooms that were with us, that for whatever reason they separated themselves, that's cool. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. It's okay to stay away from us. It's okay. It's okay. We're about family over here, man. And this is great, man. This is great, man. But getting back to Champ. Champ came through, and he was actually busy. They were on their way somewhere else. I don't know where. But they were on their way somewhere. They were in Florida, I believe. They took their time driving back up to Georgia and stop by and chill with us for like maybe an hour or two. I mean, come on, man. Oh no, third game boss. Black and CC couldn't make it because they're working. They got things in the pipeline. Look out for what they're doing. You know, so you know, but you know, my goodness, this was joy. This was all joy. All right, salute, Aaron. Give him down, Mr. Salute. It doesn't get any better than this, man. You can't disturb this, man. This is brotherhood, man. There go my brother Jack Jamboree in the building. Salute, man. Juan Menzies in that super chat. I asked that guy, I didn't want to say that dude's name, on the live last night, is Nelly with the face of boxing, then why don't you demand $100 million to fight Berlanga? He said I was crying. Well, I guess we can get to some boxing at this point. Salute to the haters, but let's do that. Let's get to some boxing. I don't know what he said we was crying about, but here's what I'm gonna say. Flat boy players, don't worry, we're doing this every year. You always show up. It's all good brother. What I found is that the fighters that are in the public eye that people love, I personally believe that these other channels, they have a vested interest of keeping them where they are, and they are maintaining not maintaining, they are consistent in showing their lack of integrity of these boxes. And for whatever reason, well, I know what the reason is: money. Their vested interest into this fighter is money. And they mystify the whole process when we speak up on, hey man, why isn't this fighter doing A, B, and C when it's right there? What they do is they tell you, who are the consumer, we're all consumers, and they tell brothers like Duwan that we don't know what we're talking about. When we ask the questions, why this fighter's not doing this, why he's not fighting his contemporary, why is she not fighting her contemporary? What they do is they say, hey, that guy's hating. How is he hating? By asking this, why isn't this fighter fighting this contemporary? Oh, he's just a hater. And you're crying if you believe what he says. And by the way, in his personal life, A, B, and C happened, and this, that, and the third. And they take you on a magical journey about something that doesn't matter. Hold on one second. Hey. No. Still on live right now. It's all good. It's all good, man. I'll call you when I'm done. All right. That was a good sister, Chavo. KG in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother. Finally got to meet my brother. El Hitman, salute. Juan Menzies back in that chat. He says, it was all right to fight Charlo, a junior middleweight for less than 100 million, but say Bud is too small and have nothing to gain. Now, my brother Duwan, did you had the conversation with that guy? Did what he said make sense to you? And then what he told you is, now you're over there for boxing talk. Now I want y'all to understand this. Now, y'all see, this is good. You're over there for boxing talk. You asked a legitimate question. He gave you an answer that didn't really make sense and then told you you're crying. Now, you have a decision to make. The decision is to go over there. Either you can go back over there and argue with him, because it doesn't sound right. You can go back over there and argue with him, or you can just take your business elsewhere. You have options. You have an unsubscribe option. You can block, like not interested, or you can go over there and fuss with them every day. But some people do like listening to bad news because it somehow that keeps them going in their day. I can't do that. I got hypertension. I can't do that. It says first guy to become undisputed in 2 weight classes. Well, in your era. Well, and you talking about the 4-belt era? Okay. At the same time. Okay. Well, he let some belts go. But I don't want to get into that about Bud, but I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, if you're not, this is where I'm at with this. This is where I'm at with this. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Freedom's March, my brother, what up? Thanks, Father. if you're not satisfied with that product, you can literally take it elsewhere. There's channels that, Grail, what up? There's channels that I used to follow, and recently a really big channel that I used to follow that I don't know what happened to the brother other than he took money and compromised his integrity. And after 8 years, unsubscribe. I unsubscribe, and there's no coming back from that. And when Ryan Garcia flew off his hinges, now you want to get on X and talk about, oh, he's crashing out bad. No, brother. Stay over there. Because you was defending him hard. Stay over there. Done. How people, the only people that are over there now, they're stuck. Whether you like Devin or not, it's irrelevant. I'm out for the fairness of the sport. Don't care. You know what I mean? So now it's like, he did something wrong, and he was punished for it. So it's no longer speculation or nothing like that. They tried to get Devin like how they got Deontay. It was like a very similar situation. So I don't know why that guy, I don't want to talk about, I don't know why that guy did that. Other than he does this YouTube thing full time. So he can't compromise what's going on. Do I tell the truth and run the risk losing about 10 racks a month? No, he got bills to pay like everybody else. So I understand. People always talking about we making money and this, that, and the third. Oh, you want Bill Haney's payroll? No, I'm not. Bill's never sent me a dime. A dime. People so quick to talk about what they built by themselves. Oh, I don't need nobody. I built this by myself. No, you didn't, number one. Number two, you're on social media, you have to follow rules. Not one too many F-bombs and see what YouTube does to your channel. Oh, I built this empire. Guess what? That building that you had built, it's on land that's owned by somebody. Miss a property tax payment. The government will show you who's the boss. Stop it. You built it by yourself, or you had help? Were you born into money, or did you have to go to banks and get loans? Get a business loan. Good luck being black and getting a business loan. That's hard. They want to check, we got to deny you. Why? You see that I right there? There's no dot over it. Goodbye. Like that. I appreciate you, Duane. I just want to, do we have favorite fighters? Yes. Do we have relationships with a lot of fighters? Yes. But we're going to tell the truth about them. International Quiet Storm in the building. Salute, man. Yeah, bro, it was a success, man. Much love, man. Anthony, what up, man? Yeah, I know, bro. I'm done dragging people. I'm beyond that. I've had a lot of epiphanies in the last month. That's what I'm saying. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning a lot of things. And I'm like, man, it's like, what? Sometimes there's certain stuff I'm like, man, I didn't even need to be mad at that. I didn't even need to be mad at that. How do I live? Salute. And Duane, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'll give you a prime example. When I did my analysis on the Bud last fight, I scored it. I said, okay, I scored it a draw. I only don't watch the fight once. I scored it a draw. I start looking in comment sections. Now look, if you think Bud lost, that's cool. Okay. But I have to shift through honest opinions to look at people attack Bud for no reason other than the obvious reason. So I said, you know what? Now that draw is a win off a general principle, like they had it. I'm not doing that. Why? Because I don't have to be fair. Now, my opinion was it was a draw, but since these other dudes want to be a-holes about it, I'm going to tell them it's a dub. Take it. I don't care. That's just me. Now, my response is an emotional response. See how that works? I'm telling you, it's an emotional response. My brother BF is breaking it down based off of the facts which he shows and what he's seen. I come from a place of hate. I come from a place of racism. But I ain't got to be fair. My response is emotion. BF's response comes from a place of the science of it. He's breaking it down. I'm telling y'all ain't gotta come to me and say, "Oh, well, this is no." I told you it's an emotional response. I told you that, so you can't talk to me. I had a relative. We used to get into the Jordan topic all the time. And this was before. We was getting into this debate before LeBron was even near the NBA. I was like, right now, Jordan's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. And he would try and argue me down, but here's the thing: he never watched ball. Why are you arguing with me? And you know what his response was? I just don't like Michael Jordan's face. You can't argue with that. You don't like the guy's face. What am I going to make you like his face? No. Case closed. Case closed. Exactly, Dewan. They're not fair. They're not fair, so I ain't got to be fair. In most cases, I ain't got to be fair. Y'all know what I'm saying. In most cases, I ain't got to be fair. They can't look for me to be fair for everything when it comes to that. You know, you're not going to shame me because I root for someone because they're black. I want all my people to be successful and make the best of their life. Why? You know, you go to somewhere, you go any fight, you go to a boxing match anywhere in this country, and there's a popular Mexican fighter, how many flags you going to see? They're supposed to do that. I don't have a problem with that. I actually love it. Oh, Dewan, the WB's even protecting Canelo since birth. It's disgusting out here in the streets, man. It really is. Joseph Brown, my brother, salute, man. He said, Drew, my brother, who won the basketball game. They didn't play, bro. They didn't play. First of all, it's like 1,000 degrees out there. Yeah, I was out there because I'm a fool, you know, but they didn't play. But just so you know, Abel has a game. I saw it. Abel has a game. He got young, fresh legs. You know, I'm gonna call him Mini Durant because he got handles and he has a jump shot. I seen it. So it's for real. Abel got game, man. He does. Cop Aborigines, what up, man? You had an 8-4 Bud. Okay, you know what? In all fairness, I gotta watch it again. In all fairness, I have to watch it again. I had it a draw, but then again, and it's another thing. Y'all already know what the deal is. You know, black fighters. You have a close fight, automatically it goes in the other direction. Especially when Bud, all eyes was on Bud. He beat Errol, he dominated Errol. I still can't believe how that damn happened. But it happened. So, so you expect him to steamroll everybody, right? And he gets in there at a high weight class and had a problem with Majimov. And everyone was like, this is the guy that fought Errol? Yes. Now, there was some things going on with Errol, but he ain't speaking on it. I'm not speaking on it. So it is what it is. But you go from dominating Errol to looking like that against Majimov. So, of course, I'm like, okay, he's at a high weight class, and Majimov I never seen anyone fight Bud like that, with a herky-jerky style, and he was a big dude. And it became obvious that Bud couldn't walk him down and bully him. So, you know, there was that going on. And everyone was expecting ATL salute, man. It was a pleasure pleasure watching you, bro. He pulled up, watching him pull up, man. Finally got to meet my brother ATL. He's been putting in work, man. Salute to you, good brother. Yes, sir. You know, Bud didn't dominate like how they thought. We thought this guy wasn't getting out of 4 or 5 rounds. He stuck around, and Bud hurt him twice, but he kept popping Bud with a right hand. And I'm like, oh man, what's happening? So now everyone's second thinking, man, does he beat Tim Tszyu? Does he beat Fundora? What happens if he fights a healthy Errol Spence? There, I said it. A healthy Errol Spence at 54. You know, what I'm not gonna do. I don't mind what BFDB says about Bud. I know it's coming from. I know where it's coming from. He's talking boxing. What I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna stand by and let some other ethnicity jump on Bud for other reasons, which is what I was seeing. The person talking about Bud got smoked. His last name is Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. It's like, what are you talking about? What? Oh, no. Then, now Bud won. Forget my draw. Now Bud won. How about that? These are the type of things, you know, we deal with. I mean, this was the boxing fan times 4 in that chat. He said, the ones who are crying Robert in the Bud fight are the same ones celebrating Virgil's win. What happened to the champion's advantage last week? Let's talk about it. Yeah, Duane, yeah. In fact, Bud hurt him twice. Yeah, Sugar Free, he couldn't see that right hand for nothing. And you know what? All I kept thinking was, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's how you know Errol wasn't 100%. And that's all I'm going. When we left the T-Mobile, Omaha was like, we'll take the win, but y'all sure that was Errol? That wasn't an imposter? We can all agree that there was something wasn't right. I'm not saying poison or nothing like that, but I heard some things. And based off that performance, I said, you know what, that's true. His mistake was he thought whatever he had going on physically, he really thought he could bully Bud. And then, no, that didn't work out. You know what I mean? So, I just kept thinking, man, if Errol, boy, all those punches that Madrimov landed on him, if that was Errol, the Audacity podcast in the building, man. And you're not lying, man. When you're a professional, it's your responsibility to be ready. Errol could have postponed the fight if what I heard he had going on was what it was. But what I heard he had going on, I said, and it showed his face when he started getting knocked around the ring. I said, oh, no, I'm just saying that. Like I said, we left the T-Mobile. Even Omaha was like, that was him. There was people saying, yo, I was really scared for Bud. But what was wrong? They were saying, what was wrong with Errol? I was like, hey, man. What up, ATL, man? Love you, brother. Much love, man. But I'm looking at Madrimov and I just can't help but think. I'm like, what if that was Errol landed all that? And why didn't Errol land all of that? Goodness. Yeah, man, Mark, I'm out of here like 3 in the morning. I got an early flight. Man, I was like, geez, Louise, what's going on here? But, you know, it's Sarah. But and watch something stupid happen. Like we'll see Madrimov about 3 months from now, and he'll fight somebody that is not on Bud's level, and that person might knock him around the ring. You're like, oh my God, what the hell? Or is boxing stupid? But I'm not gonna let some you're not gonna talk crazy about Bud. And then tell me, you're not being fair. You're not being fair. Like they told BF when Kevin schooled Vasily Lomachenko. He schooled him. He said, "This is how you box. And how do you like your ribs?" Made him cry when he schooled him. And salute to Ashley's Corner and Mike Biggs Boxing, my brother, Mike Biggs. They told BF, "Julie, root for him because he black." And with that accent and that flag around your neck, who are you rooting for? I'm sure there's black people born in the Ukraine. When you think of a Ukrainian, you don't think of that. You don't think of a black person. Oh, man. Sugar Moore says, "I love to see them at 54, but Bud gets emotional every time EJ's name is brought to him." Shaking my head. Yeah, he feels slated. Here's the deal with Bud. I think he feels slated because he's been on a victory lap since he beat Hell. Let's say that. But somehow he feels that, to me, he may disagree, but he feels he's not getting the respect from the fans he deserves. And he's finding out that it doesn't matter. He's finding out that it doesn't matter. Much like when Manny Pacquiao lost to Tim Bradley, first fight. All right, peace, Duan, man. Much love, man. Thank you for sliding through. Tim Bradley thought that he was really going to inherit like love, because he really thought in his mind. I know he thought this. You know how I know he thought this? Because of how he took it. Check this out. In his mind, he really thought that once I beat Pacquiao, not only will the American audience celebrate and embrace me, but the Filipino audience are so honorable that they'll accept the fact that I beat their hero. And I'll get to shake their hand, and that is so not what happened. He found out two things. They love Manny, but to the point where you thought for 2 seconds, because Floyd was his arch nemesis. You just came through and you got the nod. That wasn't supposed to happen. You really thought that you was going to inherit those, fans? You thought that? No. Not only do they hate Floyd Mayweather, and I'm talking about the Pac-Tards, not because everyone has real boxing supporters, but then they have Pac-Tards. The Pac-Tards, who have the loudest voice in the room, they came for you. They sent death threats to your house, called your wife all kinds of fat. I think they were very disrespectful. You really thought that you was going to get respect from these honorable people, fans? No. That's number one. Number two, you found out that America has some Pac-Card fans that look like you, Tim. And for all you know, you were getting death threats from them. There were black fight fans that hated Floyd Mayweather. And they just diverted all that hate to you. To your black behind. And that's what they did. You got death threats and everything else, and then people said that Manny got robbed, and you became a villain overnight. All you did was show up and did the defense stand. I thought you won. You broke your foot or something because you wore no socks in there trying to be like Mike Tyson. No socks in your. You won, but I remember all the jokes. Oh, Manny hit him so hard he broke his feet. I was like, damn. And I just watched, and I said, man, then you heal up, and all of that's on your head. You go into the next fight against Ruslan Provodnikov, a guy that really couldn't hold your jock strap, and you fought the absolute silliest fight I've ever seen. I'm like, why are you doing this, brother? Then in the pocket fight, this dude, all you had to do was box him, and you would have never cared who he was. Ruslan Provodnikov had literally 2 seconds of shine. He has 3 major fights in his life, And after those 3 fights, he basically vanished. I'll give you the first fight. First fight was against Emmanuel Augustus Burton on ESPN. Emmanuel took that fight on maybe, I think, like a couple days' notice. He was always doing stuff like that. Drunken Master. And go watch that fight. He fought Ruslan in the pocket. You could tell. He fought him in the pocket in the high guard. He wasn't dancing, he was loose. He wasn't ready, but he took the fight for a payday. And Ruslan knocked him down a few times and the ref stopped it. I said, man, this guy, you can tell he took, Drunken Master took this on 2 days' notice. It was something crazy. He took it on like 2 days' notice. He did it for bread. Then Ruslan gets the Bradley fight somehow after Manny Pacquiao fights a dumb fight. Now, Tim won, but now HBO, because this guy he's from Kazakhstan or something. He's one of those Russians that look Asian. He's like a Dmitry Bivol. Like Dmitry is Russian, but he looks Asian, and some of those guys be Muslim. It's crazy. A Russian Asian Muslim. Great. So HBO loves guys like that. So they tried to get behind that guy. Oh, who's this? Who's in the rowdy Kazakhstan, the Kazakhstan from the Russian Rocky, whatever they called him. And they started to say, okay, look, let's see what this guy does. He was excited to watch. Then they put him in the ring with Chris Algieri. First round, he punched Chris Algieri in the face. First, second round, Chris rolls on the floor, does a full somersault, gets up, but Chris boxed him and he beat him. He had a lot of damage, but he beat him. And that was the last we saw of Ruslan Provodnikov. I said, you know what's a heavy fight? They need to send Ruslan over, because this is after Floyd beat Ricky Hatton. I said they need to send Ruslan over to UK and they could slug it out. That would have been an exciting fight. And that would have been a hell of a payday. Y'all must salute. Anthony says, so a Russian Asian walked into a bar, man. Audacity Podcast says, I was watching the Mayweather versus Pac-Man fight with friends and family. Me and one of my friends was the only ones that was cheering for Floyd. Everyone else was going for Pac. And everyone was black. It's like that. When you ask a black person, you know, back then, the problem with Floyd, oh, he's African, he's throwing money at the screen. Meanwhile, your favorite rapper was who? You know what I'm saying? You like all these rappers shining with gold teeth and all this other stuff. You mad at Floyd? He's a product of this ignorant culture. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, man. I understand. And I never said Floyd was a principled person. I used to get to it with dudes on my old job all the time. Like, you know, we go from me schooling them and telling them, yo, this is why Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao. And then it never fails. Literally, on average, within 2 minutes of their rebuttal, they're talking about him beating women and being arrogant, ignorant. I'm like, what kind of conversation are we trying to have? So it is what it is, man. But anyway, Copper Tim got death threats, whatever. And my point is, he didn't inherit the fans that he thought he was going to inherit. Not even the black ones. And that's why he went to the Ruslan Provodnikov fighting for the stupid fight. He was talking slurred after that. But then when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez sometime later, he outboxed Marquez. And I said, that's Tim Bradley. Not this guy that fought Ruslan Provodnikov. Tim Bradley ain't got no pop, but I guarantee you, if Ruslan Provodnikov had fought Marquez would have took him into the late championship rounds and knocked him out and outboxed him. He'd have out-toughed him down the stretch and outboxed him in the middle, and then stopped him late because of his IQ. I love Juan Manuel Marquez, one of my favorite Mexican / just boxers, period. One of my favorite boxers of all time. That guy fought everybody. He didn't win all of them. That guy's IQ, his toughness, don't get no better than that. He's an absolute legend. I don't want to hear it. But Tim Bradley, Bud Phil slated. And he didn't approach this Matrimov dude like how Tim approached Provodnikov. There was something about that style, and this is crazy. Off his victory lap, which took all year long, because in all fairness, he thought he was getting an ever rematch at 54. In all fairness, He didn't get it. Now he goes to 54 and faces the champion. Cool. And then he gets in there with the champion and looks like that. He wasn't out of shape. Okay, they prepped for him. They prepped for this guy. Here's a funny part. Go watch any of Madrimor's past fights. He never fought like that. That was another thing. He never fought like that. That was crazy. He never fought like that. So now he's in there getting hit with straight hands, and I'm like, yo, what's happening? His eyes swelling. Fought to a draw, my opinion. But no, my opinion, fought to a draw, but he won. And now people are saying, does he beat Fondora? Does he beat Tim Tszyu? Wait a minute, 54 ain't no joke. Does he beat Jamel Charlo? You see? What a difference one fight makes. Now these questions are up. And it's like, man, is it fair to Bud? That depends on who you ask. That depends on who you ask. Is it fair to him? But this is what I'm saying. He feels slated. Is he right? Is he wrong? It depends on who you ask. You're only as good as your last fight. So now, everyone is saying, man, this Madrimov guy, whom, to be honest, the American public, he had a belt, but we didn't know who the hell he was. But we know who he is now. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do with him. Because he fought to a draw, and a lot of people say he got robbed because he had a close fight with black fighters. Anything close goes into the other guy's face, especially if they're not black. His next fight, they're going to put him on a pedestal. They might give him some light work. Who knows? He's a former champion. To me, there is no light work. But if he goes out there and steamrolls the next guy, and of course he's going to call Bud out, and the world's going to want a rematch. So Bud is dealing with that right now. See, Bud, you beat Errol, you caught the big fish, you went on your year-long victory lap. Errol still showed you that you can have all the belts in the world, but you're still the A side. I mean, you're still the B side. I'm still the A side, man. There's still Dallas over here. And now they talking about, yo, you look so bad in this Madrimov fight. Now they talking about, man, you, Canelo, get that out your mind. You better get Canelo out your mind. Now he's dealing with all of that. So, of course, he feels slated. Rod Neal, then that super chat, much love. He said, finally on the plane after 45-minute delay. Salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, big brother. Safe trip home, man. Yes, sir. Pleasure chilling with you. Always a pleasure. That's the podcast says, I think Bud let off. I'm sorry. My eyes are bad, y'all. Bud had an off night. He's going to have to chip on his shoulder for the next fight. He is. Hopefully, PJ, what up? Hopefully, it's not enough to mess up his performance. He goes in there with a clear head. I think he's professional enough to go in there with a clear head and be triumphant. I think he can. A lot of the wounds that Bud has in his professional career is self-inflicted. I know why. And I know I'm supposed to be talking about Ortiz, but this is all relevant. It's self-inflicted. He didn't like talking to certain people in the media. He didn't like talking to YouTubers. I get it, but you know, this comes with the territory when people are, responding to you. This comes with the territory, and again, he feels slated because even if he beat the man, you turn around. If Errol Spence and him retired today, okay, he's undisputed in 2 weight classes. But Errol still has the better resume. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he feels slated. He has the better resume. That's why he feels a certain way. That's just how life is, man. That's just how it worked out. And you got to deal with that. And by dealing with it, you just got to keep winning. You got to keep winning. You know what I'm saying? So OGQ Israel says, bro, y'all been downplaying Bud forever. He loved the doubt if he lost his last fight, then Devin lost Loma. It's bias-ish. Let me highlight this, and let me ask this other question. Did you just get here? How long have you been in my chat, young man? How long have you been in my chat, young man? Because he says, bro, y'all. So he's including me into this statement. So let me address this foolishness. How long have you been in my chat, young man? Please type fast. I have a show to run here. I'm giving you the attention that you think you require. How long have you been in my chat, young man? The whole life. When did I violate, Bud? And you spell Jesus Christ. The whole life. Oh God. We got one, y'all. The whole life. The whole life. Not the whole life. The whole life. All right. So me and BFTB sound the same. This is how you know he wasn't here for the entire life. This is how you know. This is how you know he wasn't here the entire life. This is how you know. This is how you know. See? See this? Let me talk to a woman. Let me talk sugar-free Moss. Do me and BFTB agree on the outcome of that fight? Do we agree? Yes or no? And I'm leaving this up here for a reason. Do BFTB and I agree on the outcome of that fight? Yeah, OGQ Israel, can you read that? The answer is no, we do not. So how do we sound the same? I've been talking Bud up for God knows how long. What are you talking about, young man? This is how you got to talk to these kids. That's what I'm saying. They coming in here with emotion. This is my Bud. Obviously, let me give you some pointers, young man. Let me go back to your comment, because me and BFTV sound the same. Let me go back to this. Young man, let me give you a bit of advice. I said this earlier in my stream. When our brother Duwan was up there, he went to another channel and he didn't like the outcome. I said, you have options. This is what I'm saying. If you go somewhere and you don't like the product, you have options. Back button, there's an X button, there's a not interested. You have options. If you don't like what the person is saying and you know it's fraudulent in your mind, you don't have to go there. But this guy, OGQ, I'm willing to bet he goes to BFTV's stream every day just to get mad. And that's what I'm saying. That's the insanity. Why are you there? But never mind that. Never mind that. OGQ Israel. How long was you really in my stream? You said the whole stream, and all you get is I'm talking down on Bud. When? B-Triple TV. When did you get here? I was very clear. I have a video about Bud in Madrimov. And then the next day, on Sunday, I had to clarify myself. Somebody block B-Triple TV. What you're not gonna do is violate my brother. BFTV is my brother. Let's get that straight. You can leave, bro. Get out. Somebody block that dude. We're not going to play that game. You're not going to come in here. And I spoke about this weekend. You're not going to violate my fam. No. Block that guy. Get out of here, man. We're not doing that. OGQ, I'm talking to you. Because I think you're lying. You wasn't here the whole stream. He was not here the whole stream. And there's a reason why I'm bringing up Bud, because I'm about to go to Ortiz. Thank you, family. That's why I got 1,000,001 wrenches here. Because sometimes it's hard for me to go to the mouse and say, I'm just gonna, do that. And Adrian, what up? OGQ, you still here? Or did you leave after you realized that, you spoken out of line? Nobody in here was talking bad about Bud. Now watch this. I talked about how even though Bud dominated Errol, somehow Errol is still the A side. And Bud feels slated. Bud realizes now, PJ, what up? He realizes now that it doesn't matter. Fans are gonna love him regardless. They're gonna love him regardless. It don't matter. This is why we said, remember when we were talking about the 60-40 situation? I said, Bud just needs to take it. He just needs to take it. That's it. But they worked it out, and Bud was happy with the money, and he got the win. Dominated win. Dominated. But even though he dominated Errol, he's still the B-side when it comes to Errol. They don't care if you're undisputed at 140, 147. No one cares. No one cares. No. I ain't dropping no links. This is not up for discussion. It's not up for discussion. So Bud learned that. A year-long victory lap. Then he gets in the ring and looks so hard with this Ukrainian dude, right, that no one was thinking of. And now, because of his performance, now they don't want to see the Canelo fight. A fight that I think Bud could possibly win. Y'all know I'm not high on Canelo. Because for obvious reasons. So what are we talking about? That's all I'm saying. So Ortiz, did he have an off night last night, or is that just him? Think about what I asked you. Did Ortiz have an off night, or is that just him? Brent Fox in the building, man. Hanging with this brother. Solid brother, man. Solid brother, man. Solid brother, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Hell yeah. Brent Fox is he's a thorough dude, man. Thorough. Salute, bro. Jason Williams says they never won the Canelo fight. Imagine what fight just made the excuse easier to make. You see, he's entitled to say that. But all of these things are now a conversation. And this is why Bud feels slated. And all I said was, a lot of these wounds are self-inflicted. Because he was being standoffish prior to the Errol fight. All of those things came back to get him. All of those things came back to get him. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. Everybody has a reason for feeling that way about Bud. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just watching the fallout. So now that we've seen the fallout, now what? Now you saw Ortiz. Was that Ortiz, or did he just have a bad night? I know after he got his hand raised, he was screaming robbery. Okay. With Pacquiao Sheep, did he not say, I want to make Ortiz versus Bud? And what did the fans say? Exactly, sugar free. Exactly. So now, Pacquiao Sheep says, I got money here. Bud versus Ortiz. What is the audience saying? Bud looked like crap in his last fight. Ortiz looked like dog crap in this last fight before he lost. Some people thought Bud lost. So this is going to be the battle of the moral losers, if that makes any sense. And nobody's going to care. You know why? Bud got a lot of accolades, but can I ask you a question? Does he move the needle like Errol Spence? Does he bring him out? Errol Spence brings him out. Does Bud bring him out? This is just what I'm saying. Now, am I saying Bud is a horrible fighter? No. Bud is a bad mofo. Proven that time and time and time again. But we have no control over how he's received by the public. And when we point that out, why are we called haters? The same people saying that we hating on Bud, y'all don't buy no tickets. Every pay-per-view Bud been on, I bought. Matter of fact, when he fought Amir Khan at MSG, I went. And I bought it for the house. But I went. I was there. Mr. Holmes said Ortiz can. Awesome. Well, how is that? Now, Ortiz can do it, right? But how is the audience how they going to receive that? You get what I'm saying? How they going to receive it? And this is the part of the business that sucks. I wish that the better your accolades are, the more the fans love you. But then there's a tall gaddy. Win or lose, when he fought in Atlantic City, and he's Canadian, but he's also Italian. And when he fought in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Italians came out to support him. Win or lose. He had drawing power. And unfortunately, Bud is still dealing with that after dominating Errol. So that's why he feels that way. Am I saying it's right? No, that's just what it is. I see it. It's unfortunate. Because I don't wish that on him. These are the same people that say, hey man, we need to root for that guy. Or that guy's worth more money. Why? Because he got a country behind him. He's Ukrainian. He's Mexican. He's Argentinian. He got a country behind him. Why is it that black fighters can never say that? You heard what I said? Why is it that black fighters could never say that? How come we don't have America behind us? Martin Bacoli went home to the Congo. Did you see the parade they had for him? He couldn't even get out his car. Power right there. But of course, he's foreign. So what are y'all gonna say? Well, how come Africans can never say, oh, he got a country behind him? That man got the whole Congo behind him. This picture. Oh, come on. Why is it that this brother, he never said, you know what that is? Joshua Clotty. He lives in the Bronx, or used to. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's African. Why is it they never said he had a country behind him? He's African. I forget which is he from. Is he from Ghana? So once again, this fool please don't block him. Let me play with this fool for a second. And this is crazy. We just coming off of, now you heard me talking about the wonderful weekend that we had and everything, right? But look what this fool says, this mortal. He says, don't matter what you, the LDBC fans, promoters, Bud still pound for pound best right now. But y'all talking like he lost, musty. Universal Truth, salute. Now, OGQ, do not block him. When did you hear me say Bud lost? Be honest. When did you hear me say Bud lost? You started talking about BFTB. Oh no, that was somebody else. He's blocked. When did you hear me say, yeah, he has a secondary page like a douche. But when did you, OGQ, hear me say that Bud lost? Go. When did you hear me say it? When did you hear me say it? And he lumped us all up together with the LDBC. Yeah, great. Go ahead, OGQ, because you come in here, foaming at the mouth, snot bubbles, and the lip poked out. Because I'm out here telling you the truth about it. Chat, did I lie on Bud? Now watch this. Am I celebrating the position that he's in? Am I saying, you beat Errol and no one cares? Am I saying that? Or did you hear me say it's unfortunate? Did you hear me say that? Did you hear me say, I wish there was a situation where the more accolades you had, it translated to sales and more you were celebrated? Did you not hear me say that? Did you not hear me say, well, then there's a Toro Gatti. The man was a walking punching bag. But when he came down to Atlantic City, win or lose, those Italians came and supported him. I said it's unfortunate. Did y'all block him? I asked y'all not to block him. Go ahead, OGQ. I'm waiting for your response. Because right now, you're just a ball of emotion. Let's do this. OGQ, how old are you, young man? I've been through this. I've been through this before. When I'm getting responses like this, I've been through this. Here's what I found out. When I address the young men like this, here's what I found. Number one, they're not even nowhere near 30. They're like under 25. That's number one. Number two, they have a father in their life. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to try this again. OGQ, I'm giving you an opportunity. Lie to me. How old are you? And when did you hear me tear down Bud on this show? Go. Don't take long. Come on, kid. He says, all right, you're right. Look back. You didn't say he lost. You say it's draw. But you said, didn't you say you was watching my whole stream? If you was watching my whole stream, you'd have heard me say that. Now you have to go look back at something that I already said. I thought you said you was watching the whole stream. Bro, listen, young man. How old are you? Don't block him. How old are you? OGQ, how old are you? I'm trying to have an adult conversation. I'm trying to explain why Bud is in the position he's in and why no one's going to care about this Ortiz fight and how it's unfortunate because Bud is a bad mofo with the gloves on. You didn't hear me say a long time ago when his gloves were exploded during his fight on Black Prime, and people was like, his gloves exploded. I said, okay. Then they say, hey, what are you gonna say? Nothing. Y'all ain't see Fury's gloves? But you want me to see Bud's gloves? I don't see nothing. How many pages you got, dogs? You're 35? Why are you behaving like this? Why are you behaving like this? You put me in a pot and you have this preconceived notion of what the LDBC is. And you don't know us. You have no idea other than what you hear from people that are not with us. Now here I am, y'all, in Atlanta. I had an amazing weekend. Got to meet everyone who supports us, not everyone, the majority of people that support us. Camp came through, hung out with us. Tay Jones came through. Here I'm talking about boxing and talking about what's unfortunate about Bud, and he comes in here and oh, the LDBC, y'all hating on it. Really? You watch me all the time, so how are you putting capes on me? On things that I didn't even say? Is Bud a trigger word for you? It's okay if it is. I ain't have to lie on Bud. You know what's crazy about what you just said? When you lumped us up, let me scroll back up. Something that you said. This is what you said. This is what you said. No matter what you LDBC fans, promoters, Bud's still pound for pound the best right now, but y'all talking like he lost. Musty, right? You know what that sounds like, dude? When we stick up for Bud, or Bud, I'll give you one better than that. When Bud said something in defense of himself, when Bob Arum was dragging him, you know what they said about Bud? They said that. When did Bud join the LDBC? Isn't this the same guy who re-signed with Top Rank in the past and helped bring other black fighters over to the company? This after Bud said, I'm going to sue Bob Arum for racial discrimination. You remember that? And I said, wait a minute. Bud don't even talk with us. We talk Bud up. OGQ, we talk Bud up. We just wanted him to take the 60-40 because it made sense. We don't sell as much as Arrow, but we never said Bud was trash in the ring. But as soon as he sticks up for himself, and Bud, he was violated by Bob Arum, the amount of money I spent on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. When Bud finally buckled down and said, yo, I'm suing this guy because he's the one that stopped the Manny Pacquiao fight. And now you blaming me for you losing money? You're the promoter? This guy, Montero on Boxing on Twitter, said he joined us. Nobody knows who the LDBC is, though. And you talking about us like we're negative. Huh? 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 I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Are we bad for boxing? Are we good for boxing? What? Is it only black people that think that Bud lost? No, guess why? OGQ, he fought a white Ukrainian, a white Muslim Ukrainian. They left that part out. You know he's Muslim, right? And because Bud had a close fight, they say he lost. What did you hear me say? Every time a black fighter has a close fight, we lost. Did it to Floyd, did it to Devin. Who else they did? Did it to Deontay? They doing it to Bud. Now where, in anything that I've said in this live stream, am I taking a crap on Bud? Go. When I asked you, have you been watching this stream the whole time? So you've been here the whole time. HOLE. And you're 35? HOLE? I'm just asking. I ain't got to clown you. I'm just asking. Go ahead. What do I say about checking the temperature of the room before you come in and say something? Here I am speaking up on behalf of Bud. BFTB is my brother. But how he handles it and how I handle it is two different things. I already told y'all my opinion about that fight is coming from a place of emotion. I'm not going to let some other ethnicity come in my comment section and be like, yeah, man, I think Bud lost. No, get out of here. I know what you're really about. Get out of here. I ain't going to do that. I had it a draw. But after I was reading some things, I said, you know what? F that. F that. He won. I don't have to be fair. Put I don't have to be fair in the chat. Put that I don't have to be fair. I don't have to be. Well, they never gave me an interview. I never asked. Bernie stopped me in Vegas and we had a conversation. The weekend of Wilder Fury 3, he stopped me. He said, yo, man, don't I know you? I said, you might. And we spoke like gentlemen. I don't hate Bud. I don't hate Bernie. I don't hate Bomac. I told Bomac to his face. I said, man, the money split between y'all, never any of our business. Chat, what did I say? Why did I say Errol and Bud need to fight each other? Didn't you hear me say they need to do this for the culture? Didn't you hear me say that? Didn't I say may the best man win? I picked Errol, but did that mean I hate Bud? No. No. No, I didn't. I told Bo Mac, I said, bro, that was none of our business. I'm glad y'all brothers doing this for the culture. Check when I went to the presser in New York. Check the videos up. I told him to his face, thank you. I told Bud to his face, but he bounced. He had to leave. I said, these brothers need to do this for the culture. Sensei's in the building. Salute.
Yo.
What's good, brother?
Man, I feel like I did a little something today. I did some work around the house. It's a little late in the game, but I had to knock it out while I had some chance to do it, you know?
Yes, sir.
But I was actually working off a little anger because I ain't down there with you guys chilling and enjoying myself and everything. But, you know, my time will come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. It's beautiful, man. When your time comes, we're going to have a blast, man. You know what we will do? What I'm going to ask the general to do is, I know this is around your anniversary, week. So what we'll do it maybe a week earlier or a week later next year. Just so we can get you out and, have a blast. But this was a blessing, man. We learned so much. We met a lot of the people out here, man. And, oh, man. Chris Ruffin barbecue, brother. Real, man. And this is great, man. This is great. OGQ, don't worry about it, brother. I try and get to the bottom of things. I don't want you to worry about anything. I try to resolve things by way of conversation before it gets crazy. Now, what the other dude did in here, what you didn't do, you almost did it, but what you didn't do is what, dude, you're not gonna call one of my brothers or sisters weirdos and think you could live here. No, I'm not tolerating that. You didn't do it. You kind of was leaning on it, but I wanted to straighten it out with you. So we square. We square. All right, so I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. It wasn't from a place of hatred. But to get back on topic, salute, Stormy, man. I don't know if you was listening.
Yeah, I've been listening for about 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. So the reason why I brought up Ortiz, Bud, is because they're trying to get in the ring with Ortiz. Now, Bud, although he won, people feel that he lost, and you know how it is. And even if a black fighter has a tough outing, he lost. I don't agree with it. I had it a draw, but out of principle, I only watched the fight once. Maybe I feel different if I watch it again. Out of principle, based off the negativity from other ethnicities that I read, I'm saying F that, he won then. I'm cool, whatever. Now Ortiz, is that just Ortiz, how he looked last night, or did he just have a rough night? Regardless, he got the win. They were screaming robbery. I know Blue Blood texted me. He said it was a robbery. Okay, I'll take his word for it. But I heard Turk is willing to put some bread out and say, I want Ortiz versus Bud. And the problem that we're looking at is they think Ortiz lost too. So nobody is going to care about this fight. And what I'm saying is, and this is to the brother OGQ, what I'm saying is, that's unfortunate for Bud. It's not fair, but that's just how the realm of boxing is. And it's unfortunate for him. Because Bud is a bad motherfucker. But it's unfortunate that it's a logical fight, but nobody's gonna care. So you got Errol doing his own thing. Errol's still the A side after he got dominated. He didn't just lose, he got dominated. That happened. But Errol's still the A side. He still needs that fight or wants that fight. Well, he wants that fight. But Errol don't gotta take it. It's like whatever. And now the bad part is people are looking at the landscape at 54, and after Bud's outing against this guy, they're saying, well, can he beat Sebastian Fundora? Can he beat Erickson Lubin? Can he beat Jamel Charlo? Now we're wondering. So Bud is in a very, he's the man, undisputed in two weight classes, and they're looking at him like this. So he feels slated. So your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I've been talking ever since that fight with Madrimov in the positive about Bud, in the sense of understanding what I was looking at in that fight. People will, when they have something against you, they will always wait for something either that may appear shaky or not what's the norm or what's expected. And then they'll use that opportunity to try to pick you apart.
Yeah.
But his legacy and body of work speaks for itself.
Yes.
The fact that the man is coming off of victories, he's now 12 straight victories with 11 of them with KOs and stoppages. So I don't know anybody else in the sport that's doing that outside of Artur Beterbiev, and we're talking about mixed in with quality opposition, not just a bunch of lames like Ortiz has been feasted on to have 20 plus victories, with 20 plus knockouts, until he ran across a guy who he was once a stablemate of and very familiar because they sparred a lot. See, that's another thing. I talked about it in my post-fight show. I talked about it this morning in my call-in show. The fact that people don't know, they haven't surveyed the landscape. They only look on what they see with their eyes. People don't read. People don't research and study for self-approval. They don't do these things. And so they sound foolish when they come out and they begin to express their thoughts and sentiments but they're based on emotion and what they like or dislike. Nobody really cares what you like or dislike. But if you happen to have a certain level of intellect behind what you're doing, that can be respected. When I talked on my call-in show this morning, that Bomac, the brother, called in and said, BMAC called in and said, I heard that Ortiz lost. I didn't watch the fight. He's like, so he must not be what people thought they was. I said, hold on. I said, have you ever seen Sergey Bohachuk?
Right.
He said, no, not really. I was like, well, why would you say that without having known who the man is? Now, I wasn't saying that to put BMAC down. I was trying to raise him up to understanding about what was transpiring. I said, did you know that these guys were once stablemates?
Right.
They trained together, so they're very familiar. And that's what made it such a fiery competitive match, because Ortiz was trying to show who's watching and try to make a point that I'm better than him, and disregarding the fact that the Bohachuk fighter is talented, and it's a reason that he was an interim champion. And I said, did you see his last fight against Brian Mendoza? And
Right.
Mendoza was coming off of a great fight with Tim Tszyu over in Australia. He still lost, but prior to that, he knocked out Sebastian Fundora. So are you aware of these things? He was like, yeah, I heard about that. I was like, yeah, but did you know that Bohachuk beat the crap out of Brian Mendoza? He's like, no, I didn't know that. I said, go back and watch the fight.
See that?
I say, see, now when you see that this guy that they haven't been promoting, that they haven't been touting, that they haven't been dropping his name left and right, you've been hearing about Ortiz even when he was ill and had some kind of thing that was keeping him from fighting. They were still talking about the guy. See, when you get media out there and they have an axe to grind against certain fighters, and then they yet and still don't promote other fighters by not saying their name, being dismissive, and then yet and still would promote a fighter that they're in a pocket with, like Golden Boy or PBC or whatever, and they act like other fighters don't exist. It's called World Championship Boxing, you guys. The title goes around the world, globally. We just saw Jose Luis Alberto get knocked out last night by a guy that even I didn't know. But that kid Leo knocked him out with a hell of a left hook. And again, the title changes hands for the second time in about 2.5, 3 years. It's amazing to watch the sport and see people that you might think come out of the cracks in the woodwork, but they've been there. These men have been toiling in gyms, sweating, cutting weight, doing things to try to be the best that they could be and make a way for themselves and their families, only to have these shitty judges take it away from them because they're trying to keep someone's favor. And see, that's what happened with Bud Crawford's fight a week ago. Bud fought a very good fighter in Israel Madrimov. Israel Madrimov could possibly beat all of the guys that you're saying that you want to see Bud fight, including Virgil Ortiz, including Fundora, including Errol Spence. Errol better not get in the ring with Israel Madrimov, because the guy has footwork, hand speed, and strength that Errol has already showed us that he has trouble with. And when I say that, you go back to the Sean Porter fight between Errol and Heath. Sean's footwork troubled Errol big time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This don't have nothing to do with Bud. I'm talking about Sean Porter, because Sean gave him looks that he didn't feel comfortable within there. But what I'm saying is the body of work, when you're looking at a fighter and you can assess where the talent is, what they're able to do and execute. The only reason that Madrimov didn't knock Bud out is because he didn't want to take the risk of getting knocked out. See, that's the thing. And why would he be worried about being knocked out by a guy who came up from lightweight?
Yep.
I'm going to tell you why. There were some shots that he felt during the match that made him say, you know what? I'm going to take care. And it's okay. Fighters make decisions like that all the time. Hector Camacho got hit by a big right hand from Edwin Rosario, and it changed the way he fought for the rest of his career. It did. He got hurt twice during that 15-rounder with Edwin Rosario, 12-rounder, sorry. And when the fight was over, Camacho never fought the way he did going into that fight ever again. Camacho was a whirlwind of activity, hand speed, foot speed, combinations, and he would overwhelm guys and get them out of there. He started boxing safe. He started moving a lot. He started clinching and holding, even when he didn't have to. But just that one time getting hurt by Rosario made him rethink things. You know why? Because he realized, damn, it can happen to me.
Yep.
But when a fighter doesn't have that type of consciousness, and we saw that in Bohuchuk last night, he wasn't worried about Virgil. He never stopped coming. He never stopped being on top of him. He kept pressing the fight. This is why he should have got the decision. You know, a lot of people, you know, you could like what you like. You know, you like vanilla ice cream. You like chocolate ice cream. There's 31 flavors from Baskin and Robbins. But that doesn't mean that the flavors that somebody else likes aren't good ice cream. What I saw last night was an injustice in the sport of boxing once again by the officials, the judges. And I posted from Fight Hype on my page, in my community page, Manny Robles' comment at the post-fight press conference about these judges. If you guys get a chance to stop by my community page to see what he had to say, I endorse that man and respect him 1,000% for saying what he said. Because he said, now he's a major trainer in the sport of boxing, but his very words that he spoke in that soundbite, it's a YouTube short, is the same thing I've been saying for the past few years about these judges and officials. Everybody else gets to go home. They are never held accountable. They never have to sit down and explain the scorecards that they turn in, and they're protected. And they're protected for the sense of corruption in the sport. Not because they're good guys and great guys and we just don't want people to bash them. No, they're not held accountable for what they do because a lot of what they do is corrupt.
You know, I had to watch the replay. And that's an excellent breakdown you said about the domino effect about who did who up until what. Most people don't look at things like that. But boxing is one big domino effect. You don't follow that bouncing ball, you can miss something. There's always something in between that'll explain why things look the way they did. It could be something as not their last opponent, but the opponent before last. Or, hey, that guy used to be a sparring partner for either that fighter or his old sparring partner or his opponent. Somebody in the camp put him up on game. You know what I mean? You gotta follow those bouncing balls, man. And salute to the OG, Mr. Monk. Says salute, Stormy B-Man, the sensei, home safe, Drew. Salute, brother, much love.
Salute OG, Mr. Monk.
He made all of us hats, man. Oh man. Mr. Mon is on it. This is the hat he made. See that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, got my name
yes,
right
sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Got this. Oh man, Mr. Mon. That boy good. Yeah. Hey, Stormy. This brother right here. Let me tell you something. This is the chef. right here. That food that this brother made. Oh my God. And I couldn't eat nothing. Look, I know good barbecue when I see it. Let me tell you something, man. That was as professional as it got. And that's amazing, man. Salute to you, Chris, man. Pleasure meeting you. Can't wait to get with you and your Louisiana boys again, man. We had a ball out here, man. This brother. Yeah, Act played Abel and he beat him. So what we're trying to do, Abel got game, man.
Abel Jordan out there. I saw him on some of the highlights.
Abel got game. I'm gonna tell you something though. We're gonna put together Team Act versus Team Abel, Act versus Abel, and we're gonna run a full court. Absolutely, man. So we're gonna have a ball with that, man. Next year when we do it, man, that's gonna be great, man. And salute to my brother, the Audacity Podcast. He said, I like how Drew and Stormy give us an outstanding understanding of the ins and outs of boxing. Man. Break it down where even remedial people can understand. Well, we try to do the best we can. And we try to move with patience, understanding. And that's why I ask questions, because remember when I said not everybody deserves to have a conversation with you about certain things. In this room, on this channel, it's boxing. And you're gonna have, if you're a content creator, you're gonna have people come in and say certain things. Depending on what they say, whether it's a statement or they're asking a question, when you give an educated response, based off of their response, you should know what you're dealing with. And you have to make a decision. Okay, I can't engage with this guy. This is a teachable moment. Now, is this person willing to learn at that point? Because I'm really not here for arguing. I'm really not. There's places you can go for that. If you like debating and stuff, go to the graveyard. That's my brother BFTV. Go to the graveyard. If he has an opinion that you want to discuss it with him, go over there and talk to him. I really don't. I've done it. I really don't like doing it. But my opinion is not up for discussion, and I'm not right all the time. When I'm making my opinions about fighters, I'll say, okay, I think this fighter's going to win. They have to fight. I've been right a bunch of times. I've been wrong a bunch of times. And that's cool. And then we can have a conversation. You understand? But not everybody should be able to, you shouldn't give everyone your time is what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to. Don't give everyone your time when it's not warranted. It's like, okay, like a troll comes in here, Wilder, da-da-da-da-da. Block. Not even entertaining that. You understand? So most of the things you say here is not a conversation. If it's something I don't know about, I'll say, hey, look, man, I've seen this and that. What do y'all think? I'll be stuck on something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yo, Chris, man, they made me some vegan rice. Oh, Lord. I even want to ask you how you did it, bro. But that, man, I'm just sitting there. I was like, oh, you ever ate something so good, you don't want to hear nothing else? You're like, oh, chill. You tell you something, that rice, you can put that in a jar and sell it for $8.99. That was some great stuff, man. For real, man.
And let me just say this about, breaking down and salute to the Audacity Podcast. Appreciate your compliments there. But it's one of the reasons why I do what I do on my channel. If you go to my face page, man, you will see I'm talking about everybody and everything of significance with the sport of boxing. I do it consistently. Mm-hmm. I upload premieres every weekday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8:30 because Drew usually comes on at 8:30 my time, Central Time. So I give you guys a premiere every day of the week. But the views are not what they should be. And I'm not complaining like, oh, you don't watch my content. It's not that. But what I'm trying to say is I produce information that will enlighten you and put you up and make you aware of certain things when it's fights transpiring. And that's the most I can do. If you don't want to tune in and watch or whatever, that's on you. But then you can't really come back and make foolish statements and talk about people foolishly like you really are sound and know what you're saying when you don't even know who you're talking about. And you don't know anything because you've gone to certain areas out here on the airwaves and they talk because of they are made men, they and women, and they endorse certain aspects of narratives that have nothing to do with real boxing knowledge. And I'm not saying each and every one, but a great deal do. And all you have to do is put it to the test. You come to my channel and you see what I put out there. You say, I don't know this guy. Well, let me look into it. You look into it and you be like, well, damn. Stormy showed me something there because I didn't know. I talked about a fight from last weekend between two super middleweights, and these two men fought out of the UK, and they gave a battle that was up there with Gotti and Ward or Hearns and Hagler for fight of the year. 3 rounds the match went, and it was one of the most entertaining fights that you could sit down and watch. But I haven't seen nobody else talk about these guys. And you know why? It's because just because you don't know them, you dismiss them. Now, the UK channels talked about them, the IFL TVs, the boxing socials, Talk Sport Boxing. They talked about those guys because that's their country and everything. But how can you profess to know what you're talking about and you don't even know what's around the corner? Try to enlighten yourself. Try to elevate yourself. I do this because I love it. I don't do it because I think you love me. If I were doing it for that reason, it would be out to sea already.
But type of time we on, brothers and sisters. So, those of you that understand that, you know what it is. Salute to y'all for all y'all support, man. A wonderful weekend, man. And let me take a minute. I want to salute, double, triple, quadruple salute the Audacity podcast. When he starts doing some content, I should go ahead and subscribe to him right now, man. This brother's a hard body karate supporter. I mean, and what happens when you just put in the work? People notice you. I'd rather have 100 strong people that are solid and understand what we're doing here than 10,000 fake ones. Those 10,000 fake ones have short attention, man. You know what I mean? Stormy talks about all kinds of fights and fighters, and even the fighters that you haven't heard of. You know what I mean? And that's that. A lot of boxing fans have short attention, man. What the Audacity podcast said stands true. You break it down to a point where even the most remedial people can understand it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what it is. So, to close out, there's no interest in Ortiz versus Bud from the casual standpoint, and especially when you have the machine telling you that Bud really lost and over that. Yeah, again, there are people that say, "Yo, look, Bud really lost the fight." I'm fine. That's cool. If you say, okay, scientifically, court until this punch that. Okay, fine, you explained it. I'm talking about the haters, and I'm talking about the machine who doesn't see any value in Bud Crawford anyway. Remember, as soon as Bud said, "Hey man, I'm suing Bob Arum," he became a member of the LDBC. See that? See that? As if that's a bad thing. Yeah, I know, Xavier. Bud didn't lose, but he lost because the Ukrainian made it to 12, and he hit Bud with a few good punches.
But see, check this out. This is the other part about that, which I talk about: bias, prejudice, and bigotry in the sport of boxing. Those three words are heard on my channel a lot because it is prevalent. Just like when Devin Haney fought Vasyl Lomachenko. Just like when Bud fought this kid Madrimov. The black fighter always, just like in real life, the black man has to be double, triple, quadruple better than colleagues, than people who are competing in whatever it is that they do. Remember the home run derby war between Sammy Sosa?
Yes.
And what's his name? The other guy from St. Louis. When they were hitting all those home runs.
Yeah, you talking about
McGuire, yeah. Thank you. You know, Sosa, though he's a Cuban baseball player, you know, they wanted McGuire to win. They were like, McGuire. But Sosa, he played on the Cubs, man, but he made the Cubs even more exciting with what he was doing. But the racism could not be denied. Bud wins a close fight. Devin wins a close fight. Hank won a close fight against Pitbull. And you guys like to try to be dismissive and say that they lost because somebody went the distance, that they lost because someone tagged them a couple of times in a match. They don't reserve the right, in your eyes, to win close decisions or go the distance without KOing someone or knocking them down or beating them up really bad. It has to be some kind of outright dominance, unquestionable. Otherwise, they're nothing, right, or you're dismissive of them. Now, what type of standard or quality of representation is that? It's biased. It's biased. You who do that can argue till the cows come home that that's not necessarily what that is, but it is. Yeah. You don't say that these other fighters, no matter where they could come from, if they're in close matches, you don't question their resume. You don't question their further forbearing accomplishments. You don't do that, but you do it to these fighters, these black fighters. Why? It's because you want to be dismissive of the representation overall, period. If you could wipe the sport clean of black fighters, you do it. And the thing about it is, it's not even because you can't compete against them or whatever. It's how you feel about the existence of black. That's what it is. And that's a shame, because I've never met a person say that we're going to the ER and they need an emergency surgery, say, don't let that Indian guy work on me. Don't let that Asian guy work on me. Don't let that black guy work on me. They say, please, doc, do what you can. I ain't ready to go yet. Huh?
Right.
Funny how that works, though, huh? A drowning man offshore waving at the first person that can save him because he can't swim. Help. He ain't waiting for the first person that look like him to walk past.
Mm-hmm.
He waiting for the first person that he can get their attention.
That's right.
I'm going down. Help.
Yep.
But funny how you don't want to acknowledge the brilliance. We saw it in the Olympics. This whole representation, the anger, that black excellence has helped in society so much. There's so much about black history that you biased, bigoted, prejudiced folk don't even realize that you're enjoying the benefits of. If it's hot outside and you step inside and you're able to enjoy some AC, guess who invented it?
Uh-oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The benefits of the peanut. Huh? Some of y'all love you some peanut butter and jelly. You grew up on it and everything, huh? George Washington Carver. Look the name up. Do a little research. Understand that a lot of what we enjoy in our lives is because of the black. But that's hidden from you because you exist in a society, a world that wants to put black down and put it to the side.
Yeah, right.
But I don't say this being on some kind of biased position myself. I'm pointing out the loopholes of why there's failure here. We had a heavyweight champion that could have faced another heavyweight champion almost 8 years ago for undisputed. They could have broken records. They could have made history. But because of bias, prejudice, and bigotry, some of you got off center track and pushed for it to not happen instead of pushing for it to happen.
That's right.
And most recently, you had two men come together for the undisputed heavyweight title, and guess what? Nobody gave a damn.
Yep.
Nobody. Except them folks that was just glad to see it was two dudes fighting that looked like them.
Mm-hmm.
But those two guys weren't as good as the two guys that I was talking about from 8 years ago in their virtual primes, with the excitement that they brought in the sport. They could have had a trilogy and had generational wealth built off of what they were doing at that time. And they were sidetracked, talked out of it, so someone else can come along and get the glory. And need I remind that they were both undefeated at the time, which would have mean it was the first time since Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier fought back in 1970, where two undefeated heavyweight champions came together. See, but if you don't research for yourself, if you don't know your history, if you don't research, these things wouldn't matter to you if you do not. But I'm saying and sharing that because I hope to awaken a sleeping elephant. I hope to awaken a sleeping elephant. And do you know what happens when you awaken an elephant? It'll trample everything around it once it starts moving. So wake the hell up.
Salute to Cash. He's asking, did Wilder talk about boxing comeback? No, he didn't talk about it. When he pulled up For those that don't know, we have a relationship with the brother, and
they don't have to talk boxing with him.
Exactly.
They can just be brothers and sit down and talk, laugh, talk about their families and kids, and enjoy themselves in person.
Which is what we did. And
when we talk about him, whether he's on the air with us or not, some of y'all will come in there and start trolling and talking about other things, trying to get things off track. So why do you care if he's talking about boxing? He was down there being family. You see how you can look at things the wrong way? And I'm not coming at anybody. I'm just saying you have to elevate your consciousness, man. Deontay Wilder came and showed up because he's family. Some of y'all still don't get that.
Yeah,
Some of y'all don't know how to be family. Some of y'all can be ostracized, excavated, and kicked out of family for your behaviors. Rightfully so.
Which is what
and
happened.
Still be trying to sniff through the windows and try to come in through the basement when you're not freaking welcome.
We're not coming at you, Cash. We're talking about other people in particular. We're not coming at you, Cash. You know.
No, Cash, that's not directed at you at all. But it still needs to be said because they out there right now, peeping, looking, lurking, hoping that maybe somebody will drop some gems. Maybe Wilder say, "Oh, I might be coming back. Let me tell you what my thoughts are." You ain't gonna get that here. You ain't gonna get that from the LDBC. You ain't. So if you're sniffing around these parts for that kind of thing, walk.
Yeah. We didn't talk boxing at all, believe it or not. We didn't talk boxing at all. We was just chilling, motivating everybody. He had some great words. Salute to our brother Trill Will. He had a nice interview with Trill Will, man, and we were just kicking it, man. You see, that's what the meetup was all about. We might have spoke about boxing for no more than 5 minutes, like when we all got together, and we was just talking about Bud's fight. We got on the topic, and then we was like, "Yeah, man. So what's going on in your city?" That kind of thing. We was getting to know each other. We wasn't even talking about boxing.
You know what? I would have loved to have been there so I could talk to him, because I would have told him. I would say, you know what I'm mad about? I'm mad that when he came to Chicago and participated in the Bud Billiken parade and he was marching for some of the violence in Chicago and everything, do you know that our local news stations and everything didn't even mention it? It wasn't in the papers. It wasn't on the news or anything. I was so upset. And that was when he was the WBC heavyweight champion. Yeah. And I'm like, how? See, but this is what I talk about. Bias, prejudice, bigotry. Huh? If it was Tyson Fury coming into Chicago, not to do what D came here to do, but just being present, they would have said something about him.
Rolled out the red carpet for that dude, man. And you see, I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is all, they see what you just said? This is why Bud don't get the shine that I feel he deserves. This is why there's no appeal for him versus Ortiz. This is why when a Black American fighter is fighting a fighter from another country, they'll say that other fighter has a country on his back, as if the Black American fighter doesn't have a country. They're admitting that there's bias against what we do. So actually, we're speaking up for Bud. Y'all notice that? Oh, Manny Pacquiao has a country backing him. So what? The Philippines? Listen, Texas is bigger than the UK. What are we talking about here? But they never said that about Joshua Clottey, whatever part of Africa he's from. Martin Bakoli from the Congo. They can never say African fighters have a country backing them. I've never heard it. Black American fighters, they don't say that. Oh, well, he's an American gold medalist. They never say he has a country behind him. They never say that. You always hear that about them from over there, over the seas, the white ones, the Latin ones, the Hispanic ones, because there's a difference, apparently. It's always us. So I want Bud to succeed. I want him to succeed. But this Ortiz fight ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna, I mean, it can happen, but watch, they're gonna start talking about numbers and everything else. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. And contrary to popular belief, I do want what's best for Bud. I do. Off of general principle. I never spoke to that guy. He's kept to himself. He's getting selective interviews. Great. I want what's best for him. Listen, I think he deserves a Canelo payday. But you know what? I'm not mad if he doesn't pursue it. I think he should do his own thing. I told y'all, as soon as he beat Errol, Jamel Charlo was supposed to step in and say, forget the Canelo fight. I'm fighting this guy. It's Bud versus Texas. There's more sex appeal than that, man. That has sold a ton of seats. Bud versus Jamel in Texas, that's a done deal. Canelo deserve a Bud payday. How about that? Now, when you got Benavidez problems and Christian and Billy problems and all, come on, bro. Come on, leave this guy out of it. We have enough. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox, man. I'm gonna close this down, man. Stormy, let me know how they can find you, good brother.
Everybody can follow me right here on YouTube. Stormy B Man is the channel. That's Stormy B Man in all caps, but no cap.
There it is. There it is. And I'll be back in town tomorrow, so we're doing Nerds tomorrow.
Yeah, Nerds. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine invading the MCU.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Man, so salute to y'all, man. Salute to everyone in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. I'm on the road. I'm in ATL. I'm leaving at 3 in the morning. And I appreciate y'all, man. I can like the video, man. Yeah. No live tomorrow morning because I'm gonna be traveling. I ain't landing until like 2:30. I can't get from Queens to my crib to do a live stream. So I ain't gonna be doing a live stream tomorrow morning. I don't know. I might sneak something in, but you know, it just won't be at 9:30 a.m. But we grinding, baby. So likes up in the building, man. Salute to y'all. And
I might bless that time slot in the morning.
You're off?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, hold me down. I appreciate that. Normally be in my spot, so there you go. So salute to y'all. Nerds tomorrow, pep talk tomorrow night. Let's get it, y'all. Bronx on deck.